What's happening, guys? Evan from TechSource. Welcome to Setup Wars episode 207 edition. We're gonna take a look at some sweet setups from teenagers, and if you guys want to participate on the next one, make sure to watch the video link down below to learn how to enter. Now, with that said, guys, I'm officially announcing the Lego edition of Setup Wars with a grand prize of $200. If you guys want to enter, just simply copy and paste the information linked in the description section onto a notepad and fill it out. Upload the notepad along with all the pictures of your Lego setup to legowars@gmail.com. If it does really well, I might consider doing a Minecraft version soon after, but we'll wait and see. The deadline to send in your pictures is August 30th, so you have plenty of time. Do not rush. I'm actually pretty excited to see how creative some of these setups are going to be. Yeah, with that said, good luck to whoever enters. Let the Setup Wars begin. This video is sponsored by Mine, and before you guys click away, you might want to hear about it because this app actually helped me avoid a potential problem. You see, every time you buy something online or you sign up for something, they can actually save your name, your phone number, address, and banking information. Mine is a service that helps you locate and recover your digital footprint by removing your personal information from apps that you no longer use. In fact, you can find out what companies still have your sensitive information in about 30 seconds. You log in with your Google or Microsoft account, and Mine will show you all the websites and apps that still have your personal data saved. So if you want to reclaim your data, all you have to do is click on the reclaim button and an email is sent asking them to remove your data from their system. I'm surprised that there are apps out there that I haven't used in over 10 years that still have my data saved. I'm actually planning on buying another house later this year, and one of the companies that still had my information could have impacted my chances of getting a good rate. So definitely check them out. It is free for now, however, they won't be in the near future. So if you guys visit saymine.com, you're not only helping support the channel, but you'll also be able to reclaim your data for free. Kicking off the episode, we have Braden from Pennsylvania and his cozy compact setup that he uses for gaming and schoolwork. The setup is built on top of a custom desk made out of wood and metal pipes that were painted in white. Interesting combo. He's rocking a 30-inch curved gaming monitor from Viotech, and this is just a minor suggestion, but if you want to cover up those red accents from the monitor so it doesn't affect the color scheme of your setup, you can skin them in black using some vinyl. For peripherals, he's got the SteelSeries Apex 7 keyboard and Rival 600 mouse. And for audio, he's using the popular Logitech Z200 speakers in black with a microphone attached to a boom arm. But it doesn't look like he has any headphones, so the microphone is gonna pick up all of that audio. The PC power in the setup is a custom budget build inside the Cooler Master Life 5 case, and it's packing the Ryzen 5 1600 with the Zotac GTX 1660. Pretty good job on the cable management as well. Looks like he added a few racks underneath to store all of the wires. I do like that he did his best to try and stay consistent to the setup's color scheme by adding purple acoustic panels on the wall and some RGB strips near the top. But personally, it's a bit tacky every time I see LED strips outside of a setup. You would need something to diffuse those lights so you can't see each individual LED. If you look up LifeX beams, you can see what I'm talking about. These look really good because the LEDs are actually diffused. Now, if you're on a budget, you can buy these frosted PVC pipes from Home Depot and you can put the strips inside here. It will look something like this from Brittany's setup. As you can see, the LEDs are more diffused and you can't see each individual diode. And then you can just use a wall raceway to hide the cable from the RGB strip going down the wall. But overall, it's a pretty balanced and clean setup. You just need to cover up those LED strips and grab a pair of headphones. Thank you, Braden, for entering. Next up is a Discord member from Florida. Caesar was able to build his first ever setup by saving his money that he earned from mowing lawns and washing cars. Talk about dedication. Good choice on the desk, by the way. He picked up the IKEA Mom with the built-in drawer, and it looks like he went with a 144Hz gaming monitor as well. So far, so good. For peripherals, he's rocking the Corsair K70 MK2 and the Logitech G502 Hero with an extended mouse pad. And then for audio, he did pick up a gaming headset, which he keeps underneath the desk, as well as a toner microphone. But since he's not able to mount it on the desk, he actually clamped it to the other desk right beside him. Really good work with cable management overall. However, I would have used cable clips instead since they are more reliable than tape. It also looks like you were a big fan of my budget PC that I recently built on the channel because you have built yourself a similar PC. However, I would have gone with faster RAM since you are using a Ryzen processor. That motherboard can support up to 3600 MHz, which would have gotten you a noticeable performance boost. But overall, it's such a clean and good-looking PC. Well done. It definitely feels like you gave some thought about what exactly you wanted to buy. The gear selection across the entire setup was spot on for the most part. I think what you have here is a solid foundation. The only thing missing is a bit of personalization because, let's be honest, it's looking a bit bare bones. Thank you, Caesar, for entering. And number 3 is Leo from England and his dual monitor setup. He uses this for gaming, editing photos, some schoolwork, and streaming. He's rocking dual 25-inch monitors from Ayama that he mounted to the IKEA Lemon tabletop, which is being supported by a couple of Alex drawers. For peripherals, he's using the Logitech G512 keyboard and the G502 mouse with a set of speakers from Logitech, but it looks like the left one is being blocked off by one of the monitors. You could always just tilt it to the side if you want, or if you really care about the audio, you can pick up some wall mounts for the speakers and hook them up above the monitors. Aside from the speakers, Leo uses the HyperX Cloud 2s mostly for gaming, and while we're down here, let's see how you manage those cables. Really good use of cable clips and sleeving to keep everything under control. I couldn't be more proud. And finally, we've got the custom PC in the corner that's equipped with the Ryzen 5 2600 and a GTX 1070 Ti. Much like the previous setup, it's still lacking a bit of personality, but it is a solid setup with room for improvement. Thank you, Leah, for entering. Up next is Shawn from Illinois and his super clean and minimalistic setup. At the age of 16, he's doing medical billing and coding, and this is the setup he bought all by himself. The total setup cost him between $3 and $4 grand, and he said that he is super proud of it. Honestly, I would be too. I'm impressed. He did a fantastic job keeping the color scheme consistent across the entire setup. He went with all white peripherals. We got the An Pro 2 keyboard paired with the Razer DeathAdder Essential gaming mouse. No holes were drilled for the wires, but if you want to get rid of the black accents from the monitor, you could try skinning the bezel, kind of like what I did with both of my displays, or consider mounting the display to your desk or wall to get rid of the stand. It's obvious he is really dedicated to the color scheme, judging by the audio gear. He's using the Corsair Virtuoso headset that's resting on the Chroma base station from Razer, and we got a pair of white Kanto speakers. The PC power in the setup is actually his second one that he built. He sold the original one and used the money towards upgrading his setup and his new PC, of course. He didn't cheap out either. This thing is a beast, packing the Ryzen 9 3900X with 64 gigs of RAM and the RTX 2080 Super Founders Edition. Damn. If I was spending that much money on a PC, I would have spent a little bit more and gone with better custom cables, to be honest. Also, your fan configuration is set up wrong. You have all of your fans as exhaust. I would flip those 3 vertical fans the opposite direction to get some cool air flowing inside the case. Cables are managed pretty good for the most part. I can see you made an effort with some cable clips and double-sided tape, but you did leave a couple of cables alone. I know you said that was intentional because your desk is motorized, but you can still cover them up using a cable spine. These are designed specifically for motorized desks because they fold with your cables. I'm super impressed that you're able to work for this setup. This just goes to show that it doesn't matter how old you are. If the passion and determination is there, anything is possible. Thank you, Shawn, for entering. Wrapping up the episode is Tian from Slovenia and his pretty badass black and red setup. He uses this for gaming, programming, and schoolwork with a single 34-inch ultra-wide monitor. For peripherals, he's rocking a sweet custom DZ60 keyboard with red switches and a Red Dragon mouse. But why do I feel like the spacebar is upside down? It doesn't look like Tian uses any speakers with this setup, but he does have 2 headsets. The HyperX Clouds for gaming and work, while the Sony Cans are for casual and wireless use. The PC powering the setup and staying consistent with the theme is a custom built inside the Fantex P400, and we got the Ryzen 5 3600 in here with the Zotac GTX 1080. A pretty sweet build, but I'm kind of curious why you decided to go with 2 intake fans for the top. Personally, I would have put the rear fan in the front and have 2 intake fans and flip those 2 fans up top for exhaust. But I got nothing else to really critique about this setup. It's pretty simple and straightforward, and I like how he added a bit of decoration on the wall with those acoustic panels. Well done, and thank you for entering. You guys know what time it is. Let me know which of these setups was your favorite by commenting down below. If you guys enjoyed the video, feel free to smack the like button and show it who's boss. And as always, I'll see you guys very soon in the next one.